What is up, YouTube? This is Just My Opinion, and I'm back with another review of LMFAO's Party Rock. LMFAO is a group from LA featuring Red Foo and Sky Blue, who made a lot of waves in the late 2000s, early 2010s, wound up splitting and taking a hiatus in 2012, but were a big part of the revivalism of hip house and part of a new wave of Electrohop that was going on around the late 2000s, early 10s. Now, this movement was heavily brought on by hip hop infusing together with EDM and electronic music. Groups such as 303, the Cataracts, Far East Movement, Hyper Crush were all part of this movement, but it was the Black Eyed Peas back in 2009 when they released their album The End that really kind of brought this to a mainstream level, and it took the mainstream by storm. Black Eyed Peas was probably influenced heavily by LMFAO's sound and style, as Will.i.am and Red Foo are actually really close friends, and Will.i.am introduced Red Foo to Jimmy Iovine, got them signed to Interscope, and then also signed LMFAO to his own label. So this was definitely a big influence on the Black Eyed Peas and became a big influence for a lot of other artists. Pitbull, Flo Rida all rode this wave. And so after Rock the Beat, which is a quick little intro, samples Eye of the Tiger from the Rocky movie with just an electro hop flip on it, we get I'm in Miami, Bitch. And this is a really good introduction to basically what you're going to get for the whole album and introducing their style. Simple kicks and snares, a lot of electro elements, heavy synths, acidy bass, super catchy poppy chorus, and the rap verses are a little silly, goofy, and fun, kind of charismatic, really just talking about the Miami partying lifestyle. Then we get Crazy, which you may recognize as being the theme song for the show Jersey Shore. And it's just a very up-tempo, catchy song, up-tempo dance beat, simple kicks and snares, pulsing bass and synths, this very quirky, swirling electro element. They basically just want to wake up and see some tits in their face. We then get a Little Hipster Girl, which features a thumping dance beat, amazing synth progressions. I like kind of also scattered throughout the song. They kind of would make the synths glitch a little bit here and there. I thought that was really dope. On this song, especially for the chorus, they were trying to harmonize a little bit, which depending upon the song and the sounds, it could work and it can't. On this song, I thought it worked. We then get La La La. I love this song. It's a standout track of mine on the album. A very catchy and fun love song, very synth pop driven. I think that the way that the synth layers are put together and progress are very, very well put together, very colorful. And I loved the talk box vocals that they were doing throughout the song, most specifically on the chorus. And then on the breakdown of the song, I love the way that they were building up the beat and they were just glitching their vocals. It was just so great. Still love this song. Then we get What Happens at the Party, which obviously you could tell what the song's about just by the title. It's a very fun, kind of old school vibe to it. Has like an 80s, 90s dance beat, old school 808 kicks and snares. DJ scratching also. It kind of gives off like a Africa Bambaataa Planet Rock type of feel, but just more modern, some synth pop influence in there as well. There's also a synth solo in there as well. Overall, it just kind of has a very throwback, fun type of sound. Then we get Leaving You for the Groove, a song about just leaving some chick to party. This one has very trancy, acidy synths, very, very loud synths, kind of drowns out the actual beat. This was one of the songs I was talking about where they try to harmonize, but it doesn't work very well. This one, they were a little bit yelpy on the hook and throughout the verses, and to me, it just didn't come across all that great. But then they get back into their element with I Don't Want to Be, pulsing synth pop mixed in with dance music. It is essentially the same themes as the last song, but just done way better. Vocal delivery is way better. The raps are way better. They're using the talk box vocals, and it sounds amazing on this. Overall, a much better song than the last one. Then we get Shots, which was, of course, their big breakout single. When I say this is at every fucking party at college when it came out, when I was in college, it was at every fucking party. Hard-hitting, in-your-face synths, just simple, dumbed-down chorus, funny lyrics using the same flows as I'm in Miami, bitch. Features Lil Jon, who actually kind of had a resurgence during this time period. Brings the hype as he always used to. He's kind of in his element doing this type of music as he was when he was making crunk music back in the early 2000s. Just a very high energy song, just all about taking shots and trying to fuck. Then we get Bounce, which is another standout track of mine. This, of course, is another electro song, but this one is definitely more hip-hop based. They switch tempos multiple times, but the core of the song is a hip-hop tempo and them just rapping. It's hard-hitting as hell, just very, very in-your-face, just high energy, and they can rap. I mean, even though, again, they're just rapping about just basic party rap type stuff, they definitely show that they can like actually rap over a rap type beat, which I thought was really, really dope. We then get I Shake I Move, has a nice groove to it, just very heavy buzzing synths. There's different variations of the song towards the end. There's kind of the glitchy vocals in there as well. And again, another just catchy song from LMFAO. We then get I Am Not a Whore, which is my personal favorite song on this album, probably my favorite all-time LMFAO song. Production on this is great, just a super punchy beat, great bass lines, and all the different synth alterations and sounds are just layered very, very well. It's catchy, and it is by far the funniest song on the entire project. We then get Yes, which is another standout track of mine. This is the first song I think I've ever heard really by LMFAO, really introduced me to them, and it is still one of my favorite all-time songs from them. Just a great feel-good song, very sugary synths, thumping kicks and snares, and it's a super catchy chorus. Basically every day, seeing your dream, which I could get with. In the case of LMFAO, their dream is having a clean penis, grandma making pancakes, having a lot of friends on MySpace. We then get Scream My Name. This is the closer for the album, which I definitely think the album should have closed with Yes as opposed to this. Wasn't really a fan of this one. The auto-tuning on it just was not that great. So in conclusion, can it be cheesy? Can it be silly? Can it be a little bit lyrically juvenile? Yes. But in my opinion, it's a fun, quirky, dance pop album that has great production, super catchy, and has a nice nuance to it. And this definitely helped spark the wave that was going on in the mainstream at that time for Electrohop, EDM mixing with hip hop. But I think that these guys were a little bit ahead of the curve when it comes down to this sound and style, because they were definitely the most charismatic, most charming, and I think that they definitely blended many different sounds and eras of music better in this genre than all the other artists that were coming out at this time. And even though the sound now is a little outdated, I would much rather listen to this than a whole load of other new music that is supposed to be fun and silly now. So overall, I give this album an 8 out of 10. Remember, this is just my opinion, and thank you for watching YouTube.
Just don't stand, never free to the beat,